If you have investments in the stock market, you may have seen this story yesterday. The most valuable tech stock lost almost $600 billion in market cap, the biggest one-day loss in market history. That can make anyone nervous, especially those near retirement and afraid they won't have enough to live on when they quit work. Managing your retirement account can be confusing and mistakes can cost you thousands. Charles and Cynthia Mitchell lifted that burden when they found someone they could trust to protect their investments at Lampson Retirement Solutions.
Charles and I were planning for our retirement, but there were questions and concerns. Do we have enough? Could there be more done? And reaching out to Tracie, we told them our concerns, and they found us exactly what we needed. They explained everything. They did all of the paperwork, and if we needed to call, we could call, text them, and they got right back with us. Working with Ronnie and Tracie is like working with friends who has your best interests at heart.
Tracie Lampson is the founder of Lampson Retirement Solutions and the author of 2 books, Tax-Free Money for Long-Term Care and Guide to Annuities. She's a safe money advisor, so what does that mean? Tracie's here to explain and help you retire without worrying about running out of money. Hello, Tracie.
Good morning, Deborah.
All right, so as we saw, the market, as most people should know by now, the market is vulnerable, but life is vulnerable, and we've shared many times before how you experienced that early on, 28 years old, 2 kids, under 5 years old.
Yes.
And then your husband passed away.
Yeah, I get the phone call to go identify him. Had he died 26 days earlier, we wouldn't have even had insurance. We were going through job changes. So life has thrown several curveballs at me. My husband, then, I remarried after him, and when he retired from ExxonMobil after 38 years, everybody was ready for us to put our money with them, but they weren't worried about the several $100,000 that we lost.
Yeah, bad advice, right?
It'll come back. Yeah. No, you don't understand.
You're retired.
14 years difference, and when you retire early, you need that paycheck forever.
Yeah, so that's why you got into this.
Yes.
And so when we say safe money advisor, we're always told, well, you're going to take some risk. You're going to take some risk. You can mitigate risk or have no risk at all.
It's very simple. When the market, for our clients, when the market goes up, their money goes up. But when the market goes down, their money stays where it is. So you may not earn in every bucket as much as it did in the market, but guess what? Your money's not at risk, and it's not going to go backwards, and you're going to retain those gains.
Yeah, it's in your name, Lampson Retirement Solutions, and the solutions has an S on it. It's plural because you look at several vehicles that can get you where you need to be. Retirement is tough to navigate. It's not as easy as, I put all my stuff in a 401k and then I'm going to pull it out one day, and then guess what? It's not enough.
That's the hardest thing is, all of these money managers, they're very good at helping us grow our money, go up that mountain, but, mountain climbing, guess where most of the deaths are? Yeah. They're on the way down. They're not on the way up. Everybody plans for the way up, and nobody plans for the way down. We are that person. We are there to mitigate risk and to give you that paycheck, just to take away those worries after retirement.
Yeah, and the great thing about you all is that people come in and sit down with you and your team.
Absolutely.
And so you can ask us, what exactly are you wanting to do? There are some people who say, I want to retire early. Well, you can take a 25-year-old or a 30-year-old and say, okay, let's get
we can put you
50.
on that path.
That's right.
Absolutely.
That's right. And then there are other people who say, I just want to retire and know that I can still live the way I'm living right now.
That's important, because think about trying to go backwards in your lifestyle. I couldn't do it. I don't want to do it. So it's about maintaining lifestyle, and it's about maintaining or bridging a gap. Whatever your concerns are, we need to look at what you've shown up with, what you have, what we can do with it. But again, make it your retirement, not some cookie cutter retirement that you get when you walk into the money manager.
Yeah, and you manage
money
portfolios of $35,000 to several million.
Exactly.
And again, the investments are based on what your requirements are. In fact, there's a phrase that when I first met you, you said you can enjoy the ride.
You enjoy the ride without worrying about running out of gas, basically.
Yeah.
Where you want to enjoy retirement. We work all of our life for retirement, and you retire early in the first year, you lose 30-40% of your assets. that's going to change your lifestyle.
Yeah. One of the things that you can do, let's say you retire, and of course you got your Social Security, which a lot of other times people think, oh, I've got Social Security.
That Social Security check is very small in relation.
You may have thought you put in a whole lot, but
Yes.
you're not. So what you can do is look at, okay, so in actual real retirement, you go through, their whole
Scenario,
scenario, and go, okay, so you're coming up to $3,000 short. Of what you were normally making. How are you going to make that up? You can help them with that.
Right, and they may have a large, big fat account in their 401k. That may be sweet when they retire, but if the market tanks and you lose 40% of that, your paycheck isn't going to last as long as you thought it was.
And we're living longer today.
We sure are. So we bridge that income gap to give you that guarantee. If you need, inflation, we got to think of that. So there's so many different things. On our podcast, we have a scenario that McKinsey has AI come up with. AI comes up with some they don't talk about their Social Security, so AI needs to do some work on
AI needs to give you a call, Tracie.
I'm not sharing any of my information.
AI called TL, okay? Speaking of other things that might not have come up with, the book that you wrote on long-term care, no one talks about long-term care.
And that's the thing is, if it's based on how old you are today and what your health is. So today is the day, not tomorrow, because you're a day older tomorrow. Long-term care is something that nobody talks about. And baby boomers, 80 million baby boomers, nobody has long-term care, which is when you can't perform just daily activities around the house.
My mom and dad both passed away at 96 and 97. I saw that, but thank goodness my mom prepared for it.
And so few people do.
So because she was a depression baby and she was afraid of running out of money.
That's right.
Yeah, and then your other one on the tax.
The annuities. Is really teaching people that bad word is not such a bad word for people in retirement. As a matter of fact, it should be your best friend in retirement.
Yeah. All right. What you do when people first come in is, first of all, we got to see where you are. I know you don't want to see. Most people walk in with one eye open.
They are so uptight. I tell you every time, we need a video of people coming in because we could make a YouTube video of uptight and then just so relaxed and
because during that session is where you lay it all on the table.
I was them at first. I started as a consumer. So everything, we try to speak and let's dumb it down as much as we can because I had to understand it, okay?
Well, most of us don't understand, which is why we just kind of, throw some money in some account and forget about it.
You need to be able to explain our plan or you're going to be able to your neighbor. Because nobody should work all of our lives for this money and have someone tell you this, talk over your head and you're like a deer in the headlights going, and you have no idea what you're doing.
It's funny, my son goes, I go, we got to save for retirement, your dad and I. And he goes, no, I'm going to take care of you. I'm like, if you have any delusion that you're going to take care of me, and I wouldn't want him to. I want him to take care of his life, right?
That's why we got long-term care. I do not want my kids changing my diapers if I ever get to that point, okay?
All right. Tracie, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right. If you want to secure your financial future, give Tracie Lampson a call at this number. It's 281-459-0023. Again, it's 281-459-0023, or visit them online at lampsoninc.com. lampsoninc.com to set up a free strategy session. The session is a $500 value for free to anyone who calls today, so don't wait until tomorrow. Your financial future depends on knowing what you need for retirement before you get there. Let me point something out. You can't walk in with $0 and tell her to make it, $500,000 by tomorrow. Okay?
Right, we're not magicians.
We'll have a strategic plan there.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.